branch formed 10 years ago in the summer of July 2016. So the idea is we're going to do a tour of the whole country, because we as a branch, we have members in every part of the country. So what we're doing is around about 8 or 10 of us are doing this complete tour of the UK. We've got people dipping out doing 1 or 2, 3 legs.
I had this great idea when I realised during my watch as events coordinator that it was our 10th anniversary, our 10th birthday. And I thought, what am I going to do for that? What am I going to do? And I had this crazy idea that we'd ride all around UK. And I wanted to do it for a special cause, and the cause was cancer. We couldn't use cancer in our charity name, so we've had to use the words raising awareness of cancer in former and serving Marines, and that's what we're doing it for. So I think to total, and this is day 5, we've raised something like 4,600, trying to get to 10 grand before we finish.
It's a sort of an occasion where we can bring the last 10 years of all the bits and pieces, where the branch has developed from nothing into what it is today. We've had great support all the way around. I had one bloke stood on a bridge for God knows how long waiting for us to come along with his green beret on to salute as we passed.
We didn't see it until the last minute. We must have been about an hour away from Carlisle. On a lone bridge in the middle of nowhere was a Rome reading cycle gear with a bicycle lead there, stood to attention with a green lid on, saluted us. And we only saw it at the last minute and we didn't know anything about it. And we thought, oh brilliant. It turns out he was one of the members of RMA Carlisle who'd gone out on a bike ride to do that. So that was brilliant. I don't know how long he was waiting there for, but it was really appreciated. It was just such a nice gesture.
There's 7 riders, 7 of us doing the whole tour, the whole around Britain, we're calling it the core riders, and then we've got individuals joining in each leg.
It's been brilliant, which is ideal when you're on a motorbike, because there's nothing worse when it's raining.
We're looking forward to being hosted. Everybody's been very generous. You know, we're raising a lot of money, and the different RMAs have been very generous. Carlisle, Inverness, they give us lots of money. So does Arbroath. So yeah, it's good. We'll see how we get on.
We started in Merseyside, and we went from Merseyside up to Carlisle, Carlisle up to Glasgow, Glasgow to Inverness, Inverness to Arbroath, and now we're on our way down to Newcastle.
This is actually quite hard work. You know, our last leg was an hour and 3/4, and I was close to getting off the bike because the bones, the joints, they're just not working anymore. But we're having a lot of fun with a great bunch of people, so it's really good.
I'll probably have done about 1,000 miles by the time I get home. So I would imagine the ones that are doing it all, especially like Sir Ken, who had to come halfway up the country to start, I'll probably be looking at 3,000 miles before he gets home after the whole thing, which is, not a bad effort.
It's been absolutely fantastic. The RMA branches have been absolutely brilliant. We've raised an awful lot of money during that period of time, getting some really good donation checks. Steve Milan gave us a bottle of whiskey from the East Scotland branch last night. We raffled it in the club amongst the riders, and we got £425 from it by one of our members. The guy that lost the auction decided to donate another 300 quid. So we raised £750 just on one bottle of whiskey last night.
Every of the branches we've been to have been fantastic. Obviously the whole point of it is to raise some money for the charity and raise awareness of cancer in serving and former Marines particularly, but the wider general public as well, I suppose. Everywhere
we've been, the location has been very generous, and the money fundraising going at the moment is going rather well, and everywhere we've been well looked after. It's been great, and thank you very much yourself and your lovely wife for all the bacon and sausages that we've just had. They went down a treat, well needed.
Yesterday on our way, we stopped at this cafe, this lovely cafe, and Jerry's best mate in the Corps was Pete Fottero, and he passed away after battling cancer for 5 years, and his widow was in the bankery, and we met up with his widow. We had a photograph taken, and she went to Jerry, "Here's Pete, can you take him with you?" So we're now carrying another member. Fantastic, isn't it? That's typical Corps, that is, isn't it?
If you're out there and you ride a motorbike and you're attached to the Marines somehow, give us a shout. Quite welcome to join in.